This week's edition of the RD on the Radio Show is brought to you by SA Vehicle Finance. If you struggle to get vehicle finance, we've created a special link for you right on our website. Follow the link, find these guys, they will help you. Now, let's get the show on the road.
Hi, this is John Bon Jovi.
Hey yo, this is Eminem.
Hey, I'm Robbie Williams.
And you're listening to the RD on the Radio Show.
I don't know if you can tell from my voice, but I'm fat. I don't know what happened. All I did was eat constantly for 15 years, and boom, I'm fat. I don't know, man, I can't stop eating. I haven't been hungry in like 20 years. Ever looked at medication and the label says, don't take an empty stomach? Never a concern of mine. You're also not supposed to go swimming until, well, technically, I should never go swimming. I used to be thin when I was 6, but not anymore, man. I've put on a lot of weight, but luckily, it is intentional. I don't want to brag or anything, but I am preparing for this big roll, a cinnamon roll. I don't want to look like I can't finish it. You know what I mean? But some people should be fat. We all have that one friend that lost tons of weight, and when you see him, you always think, dude, you look better fat. You're thin, but you look exhausted. It's better being fat, man. Just go back being fat. When I see you, I feel like sitting down. I also think I'm fat because I'm not eating healthy. I really should eat healthier. I wish I could. Recently, I saw an apple, and for a moment, just for a moment, I didn't recognize it. I was like, what's that? That's an apple! So weird not seeing it in a pie. I don't understand why people still get so excited when they see fruit. We've always wanted fruit for hundreds of years. That's why there are so many paintings in museums of just plain bowls of fruit. You can start painting a bowl of fruit, you can leave for a couple of days, come back, and no one would have touched your fruit. But if you paint, for example, a cupcake, you have to finish that in the first sitting. Because otherwise, when you get back, you'll be gone, man. When's the last time you saw a painting of a cupcake in a museum? Huh? Sad, really.
The doctor spanked his ass, and he took his first breath in the Rainbow Nation. But now, he's coming to you from somewhere in Asia. The continent that brought you open crotch pants, invented toilet paper, and the birthplace of George Takei's parents. This is the RD on the Radio Show.
Can't stop, addicted to the shindig. Chop top, it says I'm gonna win big. Choose not to life of imitation. Distant closer to the reservation. Deep funk the pistol that you pay for. This pump the feeling that you stay for. In time I want to be your best friend. Eastside love is living on the west end. Knocked out before you better come to. Don't die, you know the truth is some do. Go write your message on the pavement. Learn so bad, I wonder what the wave meant. White heat is screaming in the jungle. Complete the motion if you stumble. Go ask the dust for any answers. Come back strong with 50 billion answers. The world I love, the tears I drop to be part of the wave. Can't stop, ever wonder if it's all for you. The world I love, the trains I hop to be part of the wave. Can't stop, come and tell me when it's time to. Sweetheart is bleeding in the snow cone. So smart, she's leading me to ozone. Music, the great communicator. Use 2 sticks to make it in the nature. I'll get you into penetration. The gender of a generation. The birth of every other nation. Look your way to go to meditation. This chapter's gonna be a close one. Smoke rings, I know you're gonna blow one. All on a spaceship persevering. Use my hands for everything but steering. Can't stop the spirits when they need you. Mob tops are happy when they feed you. Butterflies in the treetop. Words that blow the meaning in the bebop. World I love, the tears I drop to be part of the wave. Can't stop, ever wonder if it's all for you. The world I love, the trains I hop to be part of the wave. Can't stop, come and tell me when it's time to. Wait a minute, I'm passing out, win or lose, just like you. right on cue. Shindig, chop top, he says I'm gonna win big. Choose not a life of imitation. Distant person to the reservation. Default the pistol that you pay for. Just pump the feeling that you stay for. In time I want to be your best friend. Eastside love is living on the west end. Knocked out before you better come to. Don't die, you know the truth is some do. Go write your message on the pavement. Burn so bright, I wonder what the wave meant. Start to go to generate hub. Sweet talk but don't intimidate hub. Can't stop the gods from engineering. Feel no need for any interfering. Your image in the dictionary. This life is more than ordinary. Can I get you maybe even 3 of these? Coming from a space to teach you of the Pleiades. Can't stop the spirits when they need you. This life is more than just a read through.
The Red Hot Chili Peppers, Can't Stop, kicking off this week's edition of the RD on the Radio Show. My name is RD, and welcome. We have a jam-packed show for you this week. We're speaking to a phenomenal upcoming South African band. We also chat to Two Okes Breweries, and you can look forward to listen to Mr. H's Song of the Week. But before we get to any of that, I was serious about this whole fat thing. Been expanding sideways over the last couple of years, so I've decided to start juicing. Now, juicing is essentially what it says. You juice. I went out, I bought myself a juicer, and you juice up 80% vegetables, 20% fruit, and you drink that. 2 liters a day, no food, it's all you do. And it's supposed to restart or reboot your system like a computer. Now the first couple of days are crazy because you crave food all the time. Your body's really not used to not eating, but you still feel full because you're drinking this juice, but man, it's difficult. The first couple of days I almost died. The first day, my body was like, what are you doing to me? The second day, my body just gave up. But the third day, it started fighting back with headaches and just making me feel bad. Now I'm on the 10th day, and I feel a lot better. I'm losing weight, and I feel good, man. But I do miss the sweet things, like cupcakes. And my favorite bakery in the world has to be Charlie's Bakery in Cape Town.
The vanilla and the sugar and the icing, and I am in Charlie's Bakery. If you know anything about me, you know I want to live in Charlie's Bakery, and my friends are really jealous. But I'm here to chat while we're decorating cake. I'm going to post a picture of the cake I'm sitting in front of. It's someone's bum. No exaggeration. All right, first ladies are going to introduce themselves. So here we go.
Hi, I'm Alex. I'm one of the co-owners of Charlie's Bakery along with my mom and my sisters. Charlie was my dad, and he and my mom started the bakery a long time ago, and his 3 girls could not help but join.
Hi, this is Yen. I'm one of the cake artists at Charlie's Bakery.
Hi, it's Kayla. What's up?
Good enough. All right. There are many more people around us, of course. Cake fairies abound. Right, we're going to chat to Alex while she's decorating this little happy butt day. It's meant to be for someone's birthday, but it's an inside joke we're not getting.
We're feeling a bit cheeky today.
Yeah. So, first, we did promise to talk about an award you were nominated for your cupcakes. Tell me about it.
We, while we were actually, every year we take our 3-week vacation during the June-July school holidays, or during the month of July while it's winter and cold and nobody really wants to leave the house. And we were all on our vacation, and the one day we realized that like Twitter and our social media was going absolutely crazy, and logged on and saw that we had been nominated by the community actually as BuzzFeed's top 25 cupcakes in the world that you have to taste before you die. Cool. Which was one of the most incredibly, because everyone loves BuzzFeed. I don't know anyone who hasn't watched a BuzzFeed video or read a BuzzFeed post and laughed. So that was absolutely amazing. And we've had the most incredible response. Cape Townians, people from all over South Africa and all over the world have come in because they've seen the post and they happen to be in town and they have to taste one of these world-renowned cupcakes.
Speaking about world-renowned and everybody knowing you everywhere, I walked in while I was waiting for you and there was a family from Qatar taking pictures, but you said that happens all the time.
I don't want to sound like blasé about it. It's still an unbelievable honor that so many people come from all over the world to taste the incredible cakes that we create. But it's actually quite incredible. Our TV show Charlie's Cake Angels launched internationally in 2012 and has been shown in around 100 countries around the world, and apparently the Qatari, the Saudi Arabian, the people from Dubai, all over the Middle East, they need an excuse to travel, and cake is that excuse.
It's good cake. Having eaten lots and lots of cake from here, I know it's good cake. So, because of the TV show, a lot of us feel like I'm sitting in here, but it feels like I've been here before.
Yes.
What I've wondered about, you were saying Cape Town International, for instance, is very familiar with your cake boxes.
Pink and white boxes, absolutely.
And I don't know whether I missed it or maybe I wasn't paying attention, but how did you come up with the pink and white striped boxes? Iconic as they are.
Wow, that was actually my first. I joined the bakery full-time 12 years ago. And one of the first things, our colors then were purple, black and white. And we didn't really have colors as such because we weren't looking at ourselves as a brand. We were a family business that had a bakery kind of thing. So when I joined the business, I decided that I wanted to create the Charlie's Bakery brand, and I had envisioned pink and white stripes my entire life. I grew up in the bakery, I grew up in my parents' businesses, and I'd imagined what they could become. So when the opportunity arose and I realized how popular we were getting and said, but people want to, at first we had plain white boxes and people were saying, can't you just write your name on the box so that we know, so that people know where it's come from? And then people were starting to request that we write our slogan, which everyone knows as Mucking Affairs and Cakes, on the box along with our name. And eventually I was like, this is not happening. We are getting a box that the entire Cape Town is going to know. Wherever they see it, they're going to know this pink and white stripe box belongs to a Charlie's Bakery cake.
And not just Cape Town, now the world knows.
Well, that's I way in the beginning I said to my mom, I said, we're taking over the world one cupcake at a time. And back then it was just a little funny, but we got serious about that.
So I obviously had set up this chat with you, and you made time to decorate a cake while I'm sitting here. But normally I don't think it's this calm in this bakery.
This chilled.
I don't think it's this chilled.
You mean we're not fooling you?
No.
Oh,
no,
please. Oh, please.
How many cakes push off this little table every day, would you say?
Oh my goodness, how many cakes in total? Does that include cupcakes, or is that just like...
Let's do cakes first.
Okay, let's do cakes. I would say...
Well, there's pre-orders versus cakes as well.
Yeah, no, I would say that we have at least 30 cakes to start with during the day. Those are ordered by customers.
That's on paper.
That's on paper. That's deposit paid. That's confirmed. Whatever your heart contents is going to exist. But in terms of the fact that we are one of the only places that you can, and I still don't understand this, that you can go where you can walk in, not have ordered a birthday cake, or be in a birthday cake emergency.
You're putting me on the spot, Alex. I ran in here 2 years ago. Emergency birthday cake for my mom. My dad made an oopsie. And yes, within 10 minutes I had a churned out, personalized, bespoke birthday cake.
That's how we roll. I'm glad we could save the day. We always say we're part of lastminute.com.
You guys
we've been saving marriages and like relationships for years.
How many cupcakes?
Oh my gosh, hundreds a day, sometimes thousands.
There's a lot of nodding.
On the
There's
day
a lot of nodding around this table.
I mean, the counter alone probably sells on average a minimum of around 300 to 500 a day kind of thing. That's the counter without any orders or personalized or people walking in and saying, I need one cupcake that says I'm sorry on it because I messed up and I need to apologize to somebody.
I cannot even imagine a tower of 300 cupcakes.
It looks a bit like a rack like that, just like it's
so an entire
being
oven.
A few ovens
sized things.
Absolutely.
Okay, this is of course an interview that's I needed to be scratch and sniff or stick your head in a cake kind of interview, but it's not going to be that. But we will.
But it could be.
It could be. What I'm going to do is pull out my camera. And we're going to take a few pictures and I'll stick in a little video so you can see what I'm seeing. But until next time, it's bye-bye from everybody here. And
come visit again.
Come and visit. Just give us a quick address.
We are at number 38 Canterbury Street. There are many Canterbury Streets. We are in the center of town. Our area is called Zonneblom. It's next to the old District 6 area. And you can't miss the bright pink monstrous cake looking building or the smell that will entice you in.
I was going to say, if you park anywhere in this area, follow your nose.
Just follow your nose, absolutely. And check out our website and our Facebook page because you will really get a sense as to what the place is about and what our vibe is and who we are and the crazy things that we manage to create. We have fun.
Yeah. I will be social mediaing everything, I promise. Guys, thank you for listening, and I'll chat to you again next time.
I'm Bhavna Singh from Pint Size Media for RD on the radio.
It was Bhavna Singh from our good friends at Pint Size Media and Niche Radio. Check them out online, www.pintsizemedia.co.za.
You're listening to the smartest man in the world. It's RD on the radio.
We speak to Two Okes Breweries next, where you can win some massive prizes. But first, here's ZZ Top.
Rumors spreading round in that Texas town about the shack outside the games. And you know what I'm talking about. Just let me know if you wanna go to that home out on the range. They got a lot of nice girls. I'm waiting. Well, here it's fine if you got the time and that time to get yourself in. And here it's time almost every night. But now I might be mistaken.
Please do not turn off your radio, but turn up the volume on your receiver as high as it can go.
This is the RD on the radio show.
That's ZZ Top here on the RD on the radio show. If you just tuned in, welcome. My name is RD. And why don't you connect with us online by visiting our website? It's www.rdontheradio.com.
It's RD on the radio.
We do have a massive weekend ahead of us. South Africa is taking on the All Blacks, and I'm very worried about that game. Australia is taking on Argentina. And you know how we South Africans associate rugby with braai and beer. And what better way to get ready for the weekend by speaking to the Capital Craft Best Newcomer Award of 2015, Two Okes Brewery. I'm speaking to Henny and Ruth, the owners of Two Okes Breweries. Now, Henny, tell me, how did all this start?
Concept for the brewery started on the 24th of September 2013 at Heritage Day and what we call locally in South Africa, Braai Day. It was pretty much me and a friend around a braai having a few beers, and we were just talking about the craft beer revolution and how craft beer is taking up. And at that point, I was making beers for myself and the friends around, and we just said, let's start sharing the beer that we've got, and let's make it to commercial level and then take it nationwide.
Henny, what's the difference between your beer and the other beers on the market, and what's the process in making it?
The process is not too dissimilar to what the commercial breweries make, and it's obviously just in the context of we make it, it's a little bit slower. We don't use as much of a mechanical and chemical process to hasten things. At this commercial levels, the guys are pushing high volumes and huge turnovers, whereas micro or craft beer level, we're pushing more quality over volume.
So I always wanted to know, how long does it take to make a beer?
It depends on the beer style, but anything from 5-6 days till about 8 days for a typical ale. And then your lagers, which obviously take a lot longer, we're looking at anything from 4 to 6 weeks.
What happens is you, with the commercial beers, they will filter the beers for conditioning, which instead of conditioning it in the fermenter, which takes several days, they use chemicals and they use filtering to condition the beer, so that hastens the process and it gets their beers ready a lot faster, so that they can produce a beer in as quick as 6 hours. Whereas with us, the process, we don't use any filtering, we don't use any chemicals, flavorings, we don't use additives like corn syrup or rice or anything like that. It is pure barley, water, yeast and hop. So the process is a slow, old-fashioned process, but to get the most flavors out of the beer and get the best beer profile that you can.
Henny, how many different kinds of beer do you have at the moment?
At the moment, we've got six lines that we've gone or we keep commercially available. The beers are Efferweizen, which is a very light wheat-based beer. Then we've got our most popular beer at the moment is the Irish Ale. Then we do a South African Pale Ale, which is a very hoppy, like an English bitter style beer. We do a coffee stout, and then we've got the Pilsner. And the newest one to the edition is Blonde.
I want to ask both of you, what's your dream for the future for Two Okes Breweries? Do you want to become the new SAB? Do you want to expand it all?
Yeah, we all dream big, and for me, we're sort of the first time I hit home that we need to think about where this is going to go. Is in the beginning of the year, in the area where the brewery is, there's a lot of big factories, and we drove past it, and the kids asked me one day, are we going to be as big as one of those factories? And I looked at the moment, the actual brewery is on a premise of 300 square meters. And these factories you're talking about, these are the size of like 5 or 6 rugby fields. It's like in the magnitudes of thousands of square meters. And I just looked at it and said, that is actually not a bad idea.
That's what we should achieve.
We should actually not keep it just a small brewery with produce a few thousand liters. We need to push to where we can produce hundreds of thousands of quality beer that we go into the market.
I was going to say, but at the same time, we don't want to compromise on quality just because full commercial availability. At the end of the day, Henny's still a bit of a purist when it comes to beer. and it's got to be good quality beer. So extension is definitely in the works. We are currently looking at that already, and we definitely do want to expand, but it will be done with maintaining quality and consistency in the product that we're offering.
One of the things that we're very interested in is actually to take South African beers or South African style beers, because obviously we apply our interpretation on international beer styles in our local market, but to take what we've sort of coined as beers that's traditional local to us and take that to the rest of the market. And I can see it. We can already see the interest there when we talk to international markets in Europe, Asia, and America. They're very interested in discovering South African craft beer.
We have had a few requests from Europe, from other countries in Africa, and from all over requesting our beer. We are currently looking into what is required in order to export. But it is definitely on the cards. I do believe our beer should be shared, and it will be shared and enjoyed. So it is definitely something that we're looking at.
Annie, where can I get your beer? I mean, how do you even start distributing beer?
So we started with Gauteng-based venues first. That was our first go-to-market. So the usual craft beer hotspots all over Joburg and Pretoria, like the Griffin, Steenworks, the Beer House, Capsule Craft, a number of Rockamama. We've gotten very focused on places where craft beer is looked for and asked for. That was our first rollout market, and then recently we've launched into the Mike's Kitchen franchise also. So nationwide, all of the Mike's Kitchen restaurants is going to be stocking the Two Okes beers co-branded with Mike's Kitchen. And
if there is anybody that is betting to get hold of the beer, would like to contact us directly, they're more than welcome to.
How can people reach you?
The easiest for people to reach us on would be our website or Facebook pages. Our website is www.twookesbrewery.co.za. That is TWOOKES brewery.co.za. And then our Facebook page is Two Okes Brewery as well.
Thank you, Annie. Thank you, Ruth. I really enjoyed speaking to the guys from Two Okes Brewery. Now, if you missed their website link, you can go to our website, www.rdontheradio.com, and in our show description, you can find a direct link to their website. You might ask yourself, how can you get your hands on some Two Okes beer? It's very easy. With compliments from Two Okes Brewery, we are giving away 4 packs of their beer. All you have to do is go to our website and send me a voice message. It's very easy. On the website, the main page, and on the contact us page, there's a box with send a voice message to RD on the radio. You click start recording via your phone or your computer. You tell me your name, you tell me why do you deserve a pack of Two Okes beer, and also leave your contact details, and you could win a massive pack of Two Okes beer.
Hi, this is Shakira, and call now to win.
I'm Mr. H. This is my song of the week. It's called Sex and Candy from Marcy's Playground. All about 1997, November, South Africa. It's summertime, it's holiday, beautiful girls, clubbing and crawling, and that's why it's my song of the week. Rock out.
Hanging round downtown by myself, and I had so much time to sit and think about myself, and then there she was, like double cherry pie. Yet there she was, like disco superfly. I smell sex and candy here. Who's that lounging in my chair? Who's that casting devious stares in my direction? Mama, this surely is a dream. Yeah. Yeah, mama, this surely is a dream. Dig it. Hanging round downtown by myself, and I've had too much caffeine, and I was thinking about myself, and then there she was, in platform double suede. Yeah, there she was,
6 and candid here. Who's that lounging in my chair? Who's that casting devious stares in my direction? Mama, this surely is a dream. Yeah, yeah, mama, this surely is a dream. Yeah, yeah, mama, this surely is a dream. Yeah. I smell sex and candy here. Who's that lounging in my chair? Who's that casting devious stares in my direction? Mama, this surely is a dream. Dig it. Yeah, mama, this surely is a dream. Yeah, mama, this surely is a dream. Yeah, yeah, mama, this must be my dream.
They've played over 2,000 shows and has been featured in hundreds of media spots worldwide, making them South Africa's biggest drumming act. They're the only drumming act to receive 2 South African Music Award nominations, win a World Music Award in China, as well as the first South African band to have a full 1-hour music special on Mnet and across DSTV South Africa, Africa and Asia. It is, of course, the amazing first project. Shannon, for people who don't know your music, what kind of band are you guys?
We would say we are an aggressive percussion act. So basically we only use drums to make our music.
How did this all start?
Look, we started at music school with just drummers, and we thought, let's cut out the guitarists and the singers and try and create music by only using drums. And it, as we left school, it became our full-time career.
What are your musical and maybe also your non-musical influences?
I think as far as drummers go, we would say people like Dave Grohl. As far as shows go, maybe Blue Man Group and Stomp. And I would say Richard Branson for his business model and the way he sort of forward thinks.
Richard Branson started his career with a magazine and later records and a music shop. I wonder how big he would have been if he had access to the internet. How do you feel about people downloading songs via the internet?
I think it's a great opportunity for people to get hold of music, especially in South Africa, where music shops are a bit slack on replenishing albums. So now at least people can go and actually download music while they're at the show, which makes it a lot easier for the artists to get their music in the hands of their fans.
Of course. Now, music is your full-time job. Can you take us through a normal day in Shannon's life?
I guess it would usually involve a flight to one of the cities that we'd be playing in, then it's check-in, then it's sound check, then the gig that night, and then repeat the next day. You know? And if we don't have a show that day, it's probably just a bit of gym and some drum practice.
You guys have been around for a while and you are established, but what do you think are the biggest obstacles for new bands?
I would say getting your music out there, especially if you're not a commercial act. You can't get your music onto radio, so it would take basically playing in live venues, which there aren't many left anymore that actually take live artists. You know, it's mainly DJs now.
What's the most bizarre thing that's ever happened to you while you were performing?
I think for us, probably when we were playing in China, we had one fan kind of storm the stage for a photograph while we were playing, which got everyone to storm the stage. And instead of the security coming to help us, they just ran in and got in on the photos and pulled peace signs, which caught us by a bit of surprise.
I can imagine. Now tell me, what advice do you have for new, young, upcoming drummers?
I would say don't worry so much about being the best drummer. You know, there will always be better drummers out there. What you've got to worry about is making yourself stick out. So whether it's your performance or how you look, or working on stick spins and tricks and whatever you can to make yourself different to every other drummer, not just better than any other drummer.
And Shannon, finally, how do people get hold of you guys?
Well, they can get us on social networking. So first project on Facebook and First Project Drums on Twitter. And you could go to iTunes and download our new album there called First Project Strings Attached. And everything is one ST project. Hey, I'm Shannon from First Project. This is our song Sigasa, and this is on the RD on the Radio show.
First Project on the RD on the Radio show. Check them out online. If you've missed their website, visit our website, and in our show description you will find a link to their website. Now see, our president Zuma is in the news again for not being able to count. I also read that he visited a primary school last week, and he walked into a random class, and the class was busy discussing words and meanings of words. So the teacher, she asked the president if he would like to lead the discussion of the class with the word tragedy. So our president asked the class for an example of tragedy. So Josiah, he stood up and he said, "My friend who lives on a farm is playing in the field and a runaway tractor comes along and knocks him dead. That would be a tragedy." "No," says President Zuma, "that would be an accident." Beauty raises her hand and says, "If a school bus carrying 50 children drove over a cliff, killing everyone inside, that would be a tragedy." "I'm afraid not," explains Zuma. "That's what we call a great loss." Now the room goes silent and no one wants to volunteer, and Zuma searches the room and he says, "Isn't there someone who can give me an example of a tragedy?" Finally, at the back of the class, little Sipo raises his hand. In a quiet voice he says, "Well, if a jet carrying you, your wives, and all of the ANC ministers is struck by a missile and blown to smithereens, that would be a tragedy." "Fantastic," says Zuma. "That's right. Now can you tell me why would that be a tragedy?" "Well, because it wouldn't be a great loss, and it probably wouldn't be an accident either."
My name is Karen Garson, and this is my song Zuna Mama. You're listening to RD on the radio.
Listen properly. Listen properly.
My surname is very nice and simple. Zuma. Very simple. So they like pronouncing it all the time. What's your problem? Clear. What is your problem?
We announced that our membership figure 769,800, listen properly, 769,820 and 70. Listen properly. We announced that our membership figures 769,800, listen properly, 769,820 and 70. Listen properly.
What is your problem?
100.2 million in 2012. Listen properly. Listen properly. We announced that our membership figure 769,800, listen properly, 769,820 and 70. Listen properly. We announced that our membership figures 769,800, 700, listen properly, 769,820 and 70. Listen properly.
What is your problem?
Zumanomics by Kyron Garthen. There's a link to his Facebook page on our website. Remember to leave us a message via our Send a Message to RD on the Radio app on our website and stand a chance to win a pack of Two Okes beer. Thanks for tuning in this week. Thanks for downloading the show from wherever you are. I'll be back same time, same place next week. My name is RD. I'm out of here.
You've been listening to the RD on the Radio Show. The RD on the Radio Show. Brought to you in association with pintsizemedia.co.za. For more information, visit us online at www.rdontheradio.com. Until then, thanks for listening.